Hey guys, welcome to the Android Gamer channel. Please watch the full video and do share the video.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. As you hold the metal, you sense the warmth left there by her. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on, somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door is indifferent to your loneliness. The world does not care. You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it. Who knows what you are? A monster. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Good. They'll make you stronger. Plus, smoking then gives massive bonuses. You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul. Through a PA system by other people, whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his... You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious. Serves them right. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. No, don't sing the happy song. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here. She just, you know...
A competent work of taxidermy. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield. A small engraved steel tag says, "The Great Skua. Sterquarius Skua."
Look, your buddy is... Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead. A competent looks like a small engraved steel tag says, "The Great Skua. Sterquarius Skua."
Look, your buddy is... Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrate.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks as you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in grip. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as...
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi. Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest. And then, good. But even if you haven't, have you removed the dead body from the tree? Mm-hmm. Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree? Sure. But did you take it down from the tree? So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days.
What a shame. Get to it now. Rip that body down from the tree.
After it's been up in a tree for that long.
Delicate goods, filled with stinking horrors.
We all feel that way sometimes. But first, we have to take it down. I was sent here to meet a detective. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. Yes. They're not just white rings. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage. You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. I can see you drank last night. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby.
A painkiller would be good about now. This thing is pulsating with discomfort. The best cure for a headache is, of course, morphine. They won't have that, so cigarettes will have to do.
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down. After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
A colorful piece of plastic is on the counter, rolled out of...
No idea. Looks like he works for... Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room. It's a dockworker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago, your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it. You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore. You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says, 5, No, he's looking the other way. Perhaps purposefully. The sleeping dockworker has little to say about your actions. He...
Yes? What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, during that time, the victim had been a security guard or worker of some sort. To find him or her is one of our tasks here. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. That's right. You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again? There's no reason to wing in. 3 days ago, the RCM. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him. A security guard to find him or... There's a strong prejudice against involving the RC. Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. No, it's not a particularly The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in... I can assure nothing like that will happen. No, something...
The gesture resembles an orchestra conductor bringing the choir to a full stop. There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally...
I'm afraid you and I are... You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. That's good. Better still than an imbecilic couple. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know? Good.
Thanks for watching the full video. Please like, share and subscribe.